So hey everyone, I'm just working on some coffee tables and end tables, and I wanted to kind of show you the finished piece. So this is the coffee table. Move it over. I have not got handles on it quite yet. Turn the TV or the phone. So this is the coffee table, and it's pretty much finished. I just have to put the hardware on. It's done in coastal blue, the coastal blue chalked spray paint, which I love, 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 love. It's so easy and just takes no time at all. I did this coffee table in, I want to say, like 4 hours maybe at most, and that's one coat. And then on top of the blue, so here's just to show you, here is just with the blue spray paint, and then on top of the spray paint, I've already done this one, I've antiqued it. So you can see it's kind of a different, it's a little bit darker, it's got some accents of the dark, and for that I'm using the Valspar antiquing, that's French, Valspar antiquing wax, and I'll just show you a little bit here how I'm doing it. Don't mind the camera. I'm holding the camera and doing this at the same time so you can see up close. So I'll just do the top ridge here, and it's kind of like a stain, so you just, I use a brush, you can use a cloth, you can use pretty much anything you want, and you can put as much or as little as you want. I'm using quite a bit because I really want to make this piece look rich. So I'm kind of thinning it as I go. I put quite a bit on, and then I'm thinning it out as I go. And I make sure I've got this really good tapered brush. It's a trim brush from Rona. $10 I think I paid for it, so nice and cheap, but it's awesome brush. Gets right into the little grooves here. So with this stuff, I found you want to definitely make sure you do small areas. So I do like one panel at a time. So once you get it on there, you can do a couple different things. You can let it dry for a little bit and then wipe it if you want lots to stay on, or you can just wipe it right away. And for me, I like to wipe it right away because I want to keep the blue, but the cracks I want to be antiqued like this one is. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it off, and it is a wax, so it'll kind of dull the wood a little bit, which is what I'm looking for in this piece. And always make sure you tape off your stuff. Because I'm redoing the tops of these as well. There. So now it's antiqued, and that's it. I can put more on if I want. I'm happy with it just the way it looks, compared to, so you can see the top compared to the bottom. So it's, and any little imperfections, that's the cool thing about this stuff, it really hides the imperfections in the wood. So that's pretty much how I do it. So I'm just gonna quickly do the drawer to show you kind of the difference here. You want to make sure you get right in the corners good. And like I said, I use quite a bit. I probably use a little bit more than I should, but I even it out as I go. And as I said, I do wipe most of it off, so. And I just pull it, because these brushes, like I said, they hold a lot, so it's awesome. You can just pull it around. And this stuff's pretty forgiving. And the other thing that's cool about it too is if you have clear wax, the clear wax will take it off if you get too much on there. And I'm not going with the wood, you know, with the grain or anything. I'm just kind of going all over the place. And then again, I'm just gonna grab my cloth and I'm gonna start wiping it. And at first it's messy and it's kind of goopy, but as you wipe it and as it dries, you can wipe it cleaner. And then, you know, move it around. So this bottom lip, what I have extra on my cloth, I can just get down on this bottom lip too. So if I get a clean part, I have a clean cloth here. If I get my clean cloth, you can see the more I wipe it, the more of that dark that comes off. And then it just kind of stays in the edges there. So I can keep wiping it. I have my heaters going on here in the back. So I gotta wipe it quick because it's gonna start to dry here with my heater blowing right on it. And there we go. So you just, once it's dry, you can buff it out a bit, which is kind of cool. So that if it's too dark, you can kind of get rid of some of it. And I just like to leave it just like that because that's the look I'm going for. So I'm gonna keep working on this and I'll be back to show you how I do the top on the other one, on the two end tables, which my camera's not very good, but I've just done a bit of a gray wash on that. Alright, so we have got the antiquing all on our coastal blue, and it looks awesome. My phone is not the best, so the quality is not the best, but I'll try to get in the right light. So with the tops, I have sanded them down, and as I showed you on this one, I've just whitewashed it, actually gray washed it. So that's what I'm gonna do now on the tops of these. So for the gray wash, I'm going to use the chalked aged gray, and what